is so passionate about scalable leadership. He's preaching the gospel of scalable leadership all over the world. He's Africa's #1 scalable leadership coach, and he's a global executive director with over 2 decades of experience in coaching and in leadership. He has been able to train and develop more than 25,000 leaders across 3 continents. And this has been doing consistently through the use of global leadership models. The founder and CEO of Leadership Channel Consulting, and has consulted private and public organizations, and helps scale the impact, trust, and profitability. He's just going to welcome us all, and he's going to give us the charge on what this summit promises to do. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I invite and welcome the host and convener as he comes forward to speak. Mr. Wally, I think on the campus, and also now, and comes forward to speak and thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Wow. Before we dive into the summit, let's take a moment to feel the room. I am super excited about this day, and I know that this is going to be one of the best moments in everyone's life. We saw this, and we are all experiencing it. And this is a movement. It's the beginning of a transformational experience, not just in our own lives, in our organizations, but here in Nigeria. I want you to look around, seriously. Just take a quick glance, just look around. You are sitting next to a builder, a doer, and a dreamer. Someone who has decided to say, yes, I am done talking. I'm done talking. It's time to transform things around us. It's time to scale and to be what we want to see. This is not just a leadership event. I just want to say a very big statement that I think is important for all of us to take note of today. This is a room that is full of people who are ready to execute, who are ready to transform. So let's test the energy in the room. Are we ready for that? Who is ready to test? Okay, so if you believe that leadership is more than a position, that it's a decision, say yes. Yes. Oh, I can't do that. If you believe that leadership is not just about a position, it's a decision, say yes. Yes. Oh, we'll get it. We'll get there. Now, if you came here not just to network, yes, networking is one of the things we're going to get today. Valuable relationships. We're going to get into some great opportunities to meet some people you have never met before, and then to get to levels you have never been before. If you came here not just to network, but to learn, to grow, and then to become a better person, can you say it loud and clear? Let's go! Let's go! Can we say that again? Let's go! Let's go! Yes, so now I want you to do something. I want you to turn. Now turn to someone next to you or someone you have never met before.
Let's make this practical. Someone next to you, if you have met that person before, and you meet someone you have never met before. Okay? Let's make it practical. I want you to do something that is very important. Say to that person, let's be something that lasts. Can we do that? Say it to someone, let's be something that lasts. Someone you have never met before. Let's do something that lasts. You get it. All right. So today is not just a summit. I see today as a construction site for scalable leaders. We are all here to construct. Everyone is going to get into engineering in a moment. Everyone is going to get into a structural system that will take us to next levels that are beyond 10x. People talk about 10x. This is bigger than 10x. And there's something that is very significant about you becoming a better person. Because when leaders become better, everything becomes better. When the leader does not become better, everything starts to decline. And that is why we have come together to talk about what it means to become a scalable leader. Whether you are leading in the public sector or in the private sector, because right there in the room we have people from the public sector and we have people from the private sector. And by the way, every expert, every speaker that is here in the room today, we have taken our time to have these people in the room because of their level of experience and because of the language that we speak. The language we speak is not just leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. You'll see much more. But what kind of leadership is he talking about there? It goes beyond just acting as a leader. Most people have mastered how to act as a leader without being leaders. And today we want to separate acting as a leader and becoming what it truly means to be a leader. What it truly means to scale leadership. Because not everyone is scaling through leadership. But everyone is scaling something. Everyone, including the person seated beside you, is scaling something. That's why this event is very critical. One of the things we're going to do today, which I really want to encourage everybody, because you have made the decision to say yes, not just for an event, but to a new era of leadership. And one of those things that we are going to experience, as you can see from the outside, is called Scalable Nigeria. This is a movement across Nigeria and Africa. Something that is going to impact not just our organizations, but beyond our organizations. But before we can scale everything, we need to first deal with ourselves. Because if I don't become a better person, nothing around me will become better. Everything gets better when the leader gets better. That's why you are important. That's why you are very critical. That's why my growth is very critical. That's why your growth is very critical. So I want to welcome everybody to this movement. Raising principled, purposeful, and scalable leaders. We all know what we are all going through. Every one of us, we are aware. And I know that because everyone I've ever met in Nigeria, and every time I move from one state to the other, and we start the topic of leadership, you see everyone passionate about the topic because we know the challenge. We all know the problem. If you travel to South Africa, travel to Ghana, or Rwanda, start a topic of leadership. You see everyone jump into this conversation of leadership. Many theories, conclusions, perceptions. They are not wrong because everywhere I go, I see leaders that can't be wrong. Why am I saying that? You can't wake up someone who pretends to be asleep. No matter what you do. And that's why we have to keep it real today. And trust me, from now till the end of the sessions that we're going to have today, everyone is going to rethink and re-engineer whether the things you do, the systems that you have put yourself in, and how you have built yourself or even made yourself to be stronger than the systems that you use. Because it's not about you. It's about the people around you. But we can't start with the people around you. You have to start with you. You have to start with me. That's why our focus today is beyond titles. Because of the scarcity of transformation that we see around. Leaders act the part but fail to build lasting systems. Scalable leadership, as far as we know, is the missing piece. We know the leadership crisis in Africa, and of course in Nigeria, our great nation. Why scalable leadership is urgent for organizations? Please listen to this. There are many statistics out there, but I want to give you just a few. 78% of Africans live in countries with declining governance and leadership capacity. 78%. Trust is collapsing. Ask yourself, do you trust the person seated beside you? Do you trust the one seated behind you? Don't worry, you don't need to look back. Don't look around. And that's the question. That is the question. In organizations, we don't trust our leaders. In the public sector, we don't trust people who are in positions because most people are just position occupants without scaling true leadership. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Nigeria's organizational failure is directly linked to poor leadership systems and unsustainable practices. And what are the impacts? Number one, low employee engagement. We know that. 85% of workers in Nigeria are disengaged, according to Gallup 2023. High leadership turnover. Over 60% of African organizations report leadership burnout or exits within 2 years. And what about scaling failure? Yeah, I love this one and I'm interested in this one. Please listen to this. Don't miss this one. 75% of African SMEs never scale due to weak leadership structures, according to World Bank. That's huge. We need to reduce those percentages. And it starts with you. And it's starting from here. Because by the time we are done here today, you are going to recreate so many things around you, starting with you in your family and beyond your family. Because many times we want to change communities without transforming our families. You want to transform the nation without transforming yourself. And I understand we're passionate about transforming even the teams around us without looking within first. We want things to change without changing within. And not every change is progress. And that's why we're going to talk about sustainable change today. Poor succession. Only 14% of organizations have scalable internal leadership pipelines, according to PwC Africa survey. And as I conclude, and as I welcome you to this great event today, I want us to start thinking about the honeybees. The ripple effect of scalable leadership. I studied the honeybee and I realized that the honeybee flies from one flower to the other flower, looking for nectar, also known as sugar water, every day. The honeybee is busy just looking for nectar, just moving from one flower to the other flower, looking for nectar. Because the nectar has the nutrients that the honeybees needs to survive, to live well. And by the way, the primary reason why the honeybees flies from flower to flower is not because the honeybee wants to produce honey for human consumption. That is secondary. The primary reason is for itself, to survive, to live well. And by the way, they produce, if you see the honeybees in their hive, you realize that they produce this honey for their younger ones, as they are male, to produce the right nutrients for them. The honeybee is busy every day, obsessed, producing and flying from flower to flower. And here is the ripple effect. Please don't miss this as I close. Every day, as the honeybee flies around, the honeybee flies and then pollinates. There's a process called pollination that happens. More plants grow, more seeds are produced. Even though that is not the focus of the honeybee. The focus is to get nectar. The focus is to produce honey. And the honeybee is busy getting nectar. But as the honeybee is flying, seeds are being produced. More plants are growing. And the plants are also producing the oxygen that we breathe in. Please think about the ripple effects of the honeybee being busy producing or looking for nectar. And that's exactly what it means to be obsessed about your growth. Being busy and being focused, looking for your nectar. Because when you are busy and obsessed, looking for nectar, what happens? Think about the ripple effect of your growth. It's going to affect people around you first. It's going to produce some seeds that will be scattered around. It's going to affect your teams. It's going to affect your organizations. It's going to affect your family. It's going to affect your community. Think about the oxygen, the ripple effects of you becoming a scalable leader. And that's why we are here today. Three powerful frameworks. In addition to all the frameworks and the systems and the structures that our powerful speakers and wonderful panelists are going to be sharing with us today, trust me, we're not here to talk theories or to discuss or to just share information. We're here to hand over roadmaps, execution roadmaps that you can start using from today to transform things in your own organization and around you. It's time to stop complaining about what is not working. It is time to start scaling what works and then to start transforming what doesn't work. And that's how we can create sustainable change that we need. And that starts with me. So please take note of three things throughout today, throughout all the sections, three things. There are three types of patterns. Please don't forget this. Write this down. This is important. There are three types of patterns. Number one, pattern recognition. Pattern recognition. Throughout the conversations today, take note of patterns. Recognize patterns. As you listen to the first speaker, to the second speaker, to the third speaker, to the fourth speaker, as you listen to the conversations during the panel sessions, recognize patterns. And start thinking about the patterns. Number two, pattern usage. How can you use the pattern? Because it works. And number three, pattern creation. When you study pattern, what works? And then when you start thinking about how to use the pattern that works, because it works, then how can you recreate patterns that can transform things in your own life and in your organization? So pattern recognition, pattern usage, and pattern. Awesome. Please a round of applause for ourselves. Wow. I'm excited. So these patterns are the backbone of sustainable transformation in both public sector and the private sectors. And we're going to be re-engineering a lot of things here together as we listen to our experts that are here today. Please, a round of applause for all our speakers who are in the house today. Please, a round of applause for all our speakers. Thank you so much for saying yes to this, for seeing this with us. And we believe that today is going to be a wonderful day. And I strongly believe that at the end of the sessions today, everything around you will start transforming because you are going to start transforming things. It starts with me. It starts with you. Let's scale leadership together. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. The quality of every organization depends largely on the quality of leadership that it has and your capacity to pilot the affairs of your organizations with excellence, diligence, and a productivity mindset will help you scale. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, can we put our hands together for the convener for that very wonderful address?